Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. So today I thought I'll share a success story on how visualization works. So today I'll be sharing a story where how I reached to Australia through work visa. So I was working in a company back in India wherein it was almost time for the increment, and they are actually having some, they are not giving the increment as much what I was thinking. So I was feeling bad about the company. Like I was thinking like I have to, because I was doing a lot of effort. I was like working that hard for this company, wherein it was during the COVID time, wherein like I was working. I have a one meeting at 10 a.m. that will be with our project manager, everything. After that, my whole day I am working for this company in the sense till 1 a.m. because our clients was from US. So whenever there is a client call, I will get into this call with the clients at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then I have to wake up at 10 a.m. for the other meeting. That meeting I can't miss. Even if I am late for a minute, they will take that as a big issue. I was that much dedicating my time to this company, and they are not even giving me increment. I was like, oh my god, why? I was feeling so bad, and I'm like, no, I'm not staying with this company anymore. I want to change. So, because I was already doing all these things, I know how it works. First thing I made sure was I am not going to put any negative energy in the present company which I was working. So, what I did, I started doing a gratitude exercise. I started writing in my note that how grateful I am for the, because I had like best colleagues ever. I was working with such, my manager was so good, my colleagues were so good. So I was always writing a gratitude journal wherein I was mentioning I'm so grateful. My colleagues are very supportive. I'm so grateful. Like we are like that close friends. We can share anything with each other. And I was very close with one of my and even now she is in contact with me. So we become that close friends from the company. So I was so grateful for that because I got a very good friend from there as well. So I was mentioning like, yeah, even though at times I feel this company was not doing which is best for me, I always try to find good things from the company, and I started writing in my journal about all these things. And at the same time, I started doing like money visualization techniques or money meditations, right? Because I am looking for increment. So I am doing this money meditation as well. I didn't have anything in my mind. I didn't have like how this come to me. I'm not putting anything like this company will give me an increment or I will move to another company. I was not thinking much about the scenario, but I was thinking like money will come to me. I will get the amount whatever I am thinking about. So what happened is after doing this for 2 weeks, within 2 weeks I started getting like interview calls from here and there. And the company which I actually came to Australia, that company also reached out to me through LinkedIn. And yeah, I thought, yeah, it will be a good idea. And actually the interview process was so easy in the sense like they messaged me uh, in middle of the day. I was doing something, I saw the message, I told yes, I'm interested for the interview. Then and there they send me like, okay, are you available for a call within a half an hour? I'm like, yeah. I thought yes, maybe it's a small first level call. They had a call, and it was actually the interview call. It was almost like 1.5 hours the call. And then I got into the call without preparing anything. But yes, I was able to answer whatever they were asking. And by the end of the call, they mentioned they will reach out to me on if I am selected or not, because I got to know at that moment it was just one level interview, because I didn't even go through the company. When they told get into the call within half an hour, I just googled the company, just go into the website and was seeing what the company is actually doing. So anyways, so that was the case. And then I felt good about the interview, but I was not getting any email from them for the next few days. But after, I think within a week time, no, not within a week time. So this interview happened on a Thursday, I remember, And then Friday I didn't get any response, Monday no response, and by Tuesday I got an email by almost 6 p.m. Indian time, wherein they told I got the job, but they at the same time they mentioned this is the salary they are offering me, which actually didn't look good to me, because I was expecting more increment when I'm moving to another company. So I'm like, I sent the email telling I'm so happy that I'm selected for the position, but I am getting other offers, in the sense which is the salary wise is more good, so I will pass this for this time. I just messaged them like that. And what happened, this the main person who was doing the interview, he reached out to me again, mentioning how much I am looking forward to, and he almost gave me the same amount that I was looking forward, and it was almost like 70 to 80 percentage increment from whatever salary which I was getting. I was so happy, I joined the company. From that time, what I was doing is every month they give like a best employee kind of thing, wherein, so I am into business development, where it's almost like sales, right? You have to get the clients, you have to do all these things. So they were rewarding like $1,000 for each closure that we are getting. So that was such a nice thing, because $1,000 means it is like almost 50,000, right? Yes, 55,000 Indian rupees. So I was like, yeah, that's good. Whenever I get a closure, I'll get this much amount plus my salary, whatever it is. And my salary was also good. I almost got like 80 percentage hike from whatever salary I was getting from the previous company. I was so happy. My whenever I'm going to sleep, one of my visualizations. So at that time, I was doing other desires. I was visualizing things for other desires as well. So, but one of the desire which I was doing is I'm getting the. So whenever there is a monthly meeting, they will actually showcase a presentation wherein they mention, okay, these are the best performance and these are the awards getting. So I always visualize my name there and mentioning $1,000, right? I'm telling you, from the first month, I was always the best employee. I was getting like sales like anything. I was the best employee, and each and every weekly meeting, my managers, everyone praised my whatever work I'm doing. And I'm telling you here, I'm telling you, I'm not even doing much effort when compared to my colleagues who are, I know, who are doing like even after the work hours, they actually send out the emails, they actually collect the data to reach out to the clients, everything. But I was not even doing that much effort, but I was always the top. So I do this visualization. At the same time, whenever I'm working, I put affirmation telling I'm the best salesperson, this, that. So in one or two YouTube channel I was actually following, and then I put the affirmation. That's for like 30 minutes affirmation. So I put that. It will be keep on playing in the background, and then at that time I'll be working. Actually, I think that actually got into me, where I always had this feeling I'm the best salesperson in the company. And I was always getting the deals like very easy, in the sense every week I have things to show every week. And it's not like this person messaged me, it's like this person is interested to sign the MSA. So I am getting clients like that, and things were going so smooth. I was not expecting anything like coming to Australia or anything, but I was just expecting this, right? So that every month I can get extra 55,000. So I was doing that affirmations, it was working. And so I joined this company by September. By December, we go for a break of I think 2 weeks almost. So it's like 10 to 12 days holidays we get. So it's a last day of working day, like before the holidays. So at that time we have to showcase whatever we have done for the entire year, or whatever time we have joined the company from that. So I was showcasing my efforts are like the leads which I got, how much it have progress, how much leads I have got, how much closures I have got, everything. So in that meeting, towards the end of the meeting, this company, like the CEO and the manager, country manager, they mentioned that they are giving me, because of the good performance and the best performance I was doing in the company, they are giving an increment of 25%, which I was not even actually. To be frank, I was like, because even though I got like 80%, I was like pushing my limits, in the sense, for a month I was always thinking the scenario where they mentioning they mentioning, or is it a, because I actually forgot, either they mentioning, there was one affirmation telling I'm so grateful I got increment, right? I didn't mention any percentage. At the same time, I think I did, like, so whenever we get a pay, uh, like we get a notification from the bank, so this much pay have been credited to the account. So I put a amount, like a good amount, and whatever salary I was getting, I was putting like incremented amount, something like that. I think so. I was doing that for the increment, or even before I was changing the company. I don't remember. So that visualization technique was there, wherein whenever the pay was coming, the amount showing was this much amount. It was above 1 lakh. I was visualizing, and I got the amount as well. So so that was the amount, and then what I can say is, like, the increment, I was always doing the affirmation, but it was not like a goal. I was just checking if it works or not. So it worked. I got the increment on December 20th or something, before the company was closing for the holidays, and I was so happy. I called my mom. I told the after the increment, what they did is they actually called me personally, not in the meeting. They didn't mention anything in the meeting. They called me and they told they are happy to sponsor me to Australia. I was so happy. Like, I was not even manifesting that. It just came to me. I was so happy. I was so thrilled, and things was going smoothly. And what happened? By April or March, when they were applying the visa, I think it was March, when they were applying for the visa, what they told is they are applying for a 3-month visa. I was like, they told me 2-year visa, and now they have changed it to 3 months. I was actually sad when I heard it's a 3-month visa, but at the same time, it's an opportunity. I can explore, come to Australia. So that's an opportunity. I was like, oh, whatever. It just came to me, and it's good. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. We can go forward. And by April, I got an email mentioning my visa got rejected. They sent me the email from the immigration telling my visa is rejected. I was so sad. I was like, why? Why my visa got rejected? I had like, I went through the letter they have mentioned. So letter they have sent through, wherein, I don't want to blame anyone here, but when I was reading to the letter, I got to know the most of the information have not been shared. Like, I have finished my engineering, which was not shared. My experience, many years experience letter was not shared. Because of the lack of information, they rejected the visa, which I was so sad, because that's like a history in my in my visa, right? So I was so sad. I was like, when I got the rejection, that is the moment I was like, I am going to Australia. No, I'm not taking this. I'm going to Australia. That's where the story begins. What I did, I started. After that, they told sorry. That's it. They didn't mention like they are going to reapply, nothing. I was like, I'm going to change this. I'm going to Australia. And I started my visualization. So after the work, so our work time was from Indian time 4 a.m. 4:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. After that, the like, we are free. So what I did, after the work, I have my lunch. After lunch, I go to my room. I sit in my bed and put the alarm for 10 minutes, and I start visualizing. My visualization scene is, like, I will explain what my visualization scene was. So I went to Google. I have not been to Australia, right? So I don't know how it is. So, and then I wanted to in my visualization scene, I don't know, I always felt I want to come with this company itself, because that's where I got rejection from. So I'm not taking that. So what I did, I went to Google, search for the company, and they will show us, they will show the photos, right? In the photo there's a 360 view wherein they were showing like the street, like we have to walk to reach the company. So in the street there are like many food court, and there were tables outside. So it's in the city, tables outside, and people are having like so there were cafe, people are having coffee, everything. So this table is there. So my visualization scene was, I'm walking in the street, there's a cold air coming, I can feel the air, I can feel the wind, and I'm touching this table. There were many tables, right? I'm touching one of the table, I can feel it's like very cold, and I'm telling to myself, oh my god, I'm in Australia. So that was my visualization scene, and it was a small scene. It was like 5 seconds or 6 seconds scene. I was repeating it again, like till the timer, like whatever 10 minutes, I visualized the scene. I was doing this visualization for almost 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks. That's it. After 2.5 weeks, I was like, I don't know, I stopped it. There were some other things happening. I was concentrating on my other desires. This visualization, I had a good feeling about the visualization technique, but at the same time I stopped. I don't know why I stopped it. And I was concentrating on other visualization scene, wherein within, after this thing, after my visualization 2.5 weeks, right? After 3 weeks from there, my company reached out to me again, telling they are applying for visa, work visa for me, and this time it's for 2 years. I was like, okay. I was happy, but at the same time I was not like wow. I didn't feel like that. I was very happy, yes. And they started the process. Everything was going good, and by August, I wrote this PT, and I sent my scores, everything. And by August 2023 end, no, not 2023, 22 end. So August 2022 end, I've applied the visa, everything, and then now it's the waiting process, right? In the waiting period, I had a lot of negative thoughts coming in, because I got my rejection first. Like my first visa was rejected, which was actually affecting me, because once there's a history of rejection, there are high chances other visa can get rejected. So, and this just the second time I am applying for the visa, right? So I was like, oh my god, what if my second is also a rejection? And it's not just a rejection for Australia. Every country, whoever is applying for the visa, and mainly I think for Europe, if I am applying for visa, they will check our history of visa rejection to whatever country it is. So I was getting so scared, what if it get rejected again? But whenever I am getting that negative thought, I always repeat the affirmation, I'm so grateful, I'm in Australia, and I easily got my visa is easily accepted, something like that, like easily sanctioned. So some kind of affirmation I was doing at that time. I was robotically affirming whenever I am getting this anxious negative thoughts. And by December, I don't know why, like, because it was lagging a lot, the time for the visa to come, it was lagging a lot. I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm done with it. I don't know if, they are telling they are applying, but at the same time I'm getting like, is it happening? I don't know why it's taking this much time. All these thoughts are coming. I started actually attending other interviews, and I was getting like a very nice package from other companies. And by December 2nd week or something, I was actually going to talk with my manager, mentioning I got an offer and I am moving from this company. So I was actually discussing this with my colleagues as well, like one of my close friend. I was telling her, today I'm telling the manager that I am moving from the company because I don't feel good, nothing is happening, and I want to move on with my career. That day, it was like, so by 10 a.m. Indian time, I'm thinking like I will share the news with her. By 6 a.m., because our day start by 4:30, right? 6 a.m. she calls for an immediate meeting with all our team members, like just our team members, who is into business development. And then she announced that I got my visa. I got my visa. My visa is approved. And what she told is, they are booking the tickets. Get ready, pack your bags. They are booking the tickets, and I'll be in Australia soon. I was like, wow, this happened. And this is not the end of the story. I have to tell how much powerful visualization is. So, and then they booked the tickets, everything. Things were smooth. I reached Australia. I started working in the company. So I'm new to the company, right? And I don't know how it. So once I reached here, I have not gone through many places in the company, even though even the downstairs or whatever it is. I just come directly to the company and go back home, and the train station is like nearby. So I haven't explored any places. I'm still new to the place, and after a week or week and a half, once I've started working with the company, it was their anniversary. So they mentioned, okay, we can go have lunch from outside. And we went, and the place which they chose is the exact scene, the place which I was seeing in my visualization technique, the place which I was walking, the exact place. And it was March, and at that time, like it was going to, and it's like little cold here at that time. So the wind, what I felt is like cold, and the table, everything, each and everything which I was visualizing, I was experiencing at that moment. At that moment in my mind, I was like, oh my God, this is the exact scene I was visualizing. That was the thing happening to me. I'm telling you how powerful visualization is. Like, it's not just I'm in Australia. No, the exact visualization scene that you are visualizing, that will come true. It's not like here and there. That's why I always tell, keep the scene small, because we don't want a big scene. It will actually not impress in the subconscious mind. Take a small scene that will clearly impress in the subconscious mind, and the exact scene will happen. Not like something like that. No, if it was something like that, yes, my visualization was reaching in Australia, right? It should have stopped there. No, the exact scene happened. So that's how powerful visualization is. I just want to let anyone who is going through a tough time on how visualization work. I just thought this will be a good example on how it works. I hope this will reach someone who really want to hear this. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, comment, so that this will reach to more people, and they will also get the knowledge on how to do the visualization, and this will help their life as well. So thank you so much, guys.